And so that's why I wanted to lean on the fact that they did not just immediately start blasting stuff with mesquite. Now, that said, let's blast some stuff with mesquite. We know, many of us, and love, some of us, the, Smoky Highland and Islay and Island whiskeys of Scotland. And many of those are, smoked over peat during the malting process. To me, the nerdy term, phenolic parts per million comes up. What are some of the similarities between peat smoking and mesquite smoking? And what are some of the differences? One difference, I imagine, might be the environment. I don't know. I'm just picturing like windswept Islay, during a wet storm versus like some steel guitar and it's like dry 90 degrees all day, every day in Arizona. So,
oh man, wow. Yeah. So yeah, we can talk about how the aging impacts the flavor profile. And, to kind of take it back to that first question of the differences between peating and mesquiting. So obviously, yeah, parts per million, you're looking at phenolic compounds. You're looking at your guaiacol levels, you're looking at your creosol levels. And it's interesting because, peat has this very distinctive Band-Aid, iodine note, that kind of medicinal, that a lot of people don't like and aren't particularly fond of. And I will cop, I love them. I'm a big fan of heavy peaty. I mean, one of my go-tos is Laphroaig quarter cask. And that is just like chewing on a tire fire, and I love it. Mm-hmm. But with mesquite, mesquite's hard to describe because mesquite tastes like mesquite. It is this very distinctive wood that creates a very distinctive flavor profile. From kind of the 5,000-foot view, what you're looking at is mesquite smoke, specifically on malt, creates a bit of a softer, kind of honeyed-like quality to it. Much like peat, though, mesquite is very delicate in terms of overdoing it. If you are not careful with it, it creates this very aggressive, astringent, unbalanced, bitey quality. And we actually have run tests on, because people occasionally ask that, well, what's your parts per million? So we actually ran a sample of our standard Dorado. We sent it off to Hartwick College, their Center for Craft Food and Beverage. And so we had them run a test on that to check our phenol levels against a Laphroaig 48%. So what is interesting to look at is our phenol levels for the Dorado are right on par with the Laphroaig. And so that's going to be your kind of, distinctive smoky note. The guaiacol, on the other hand, that is almost quadruple in the Laphroaig that it is in the Dorado. And so, it's kind of cool to be able to kind of look at it and go, oh, well, you want to know where these spikes are from a scientific standpoint. We're looking at a lower level of guaiacol in the Dorado, which does create this kind of softer, rounder mouthfeel from the smoke.